Good morning, pregame crew. It is Friday, November 12th, 8:23 a.m. Eastern, 6:23 Mountain. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Audio visual check, please. Okay, I'm going to have to add Tilray to our list. Dan has brought it up twice, and he doesn't speak feudal words, so it's important. Tilray. Yeah. Hi. Thank you, Chris. Hey, Damon. Hey, Amara Asia. Train Man. Chuck. Thank you, Chuck. Jorge. Fat N. Hi, Crypto. Hey, y'all. Sean. Hey, y'all. I like your name because it's like I'm saying, hey, y'all. Night Truck. Tamazon. Mo. Topher. Scott. Jane. Judd. Ra. John. Roger. Hello. Y'all ready to finish the week strong? I know I am. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Jane. I think I may have skipped you. It's a Friday party? Sure, let's party. Let's do it. Market is subdued. I've had a lot of reflection this morning on our week and our setups. I haven't felt great about our setups after the fact. I feel like, for a lack of a better word, they haven't been juicy this week. Earnings has been somewhat tame. Of course, we've been hitting it hard in the TCG room itself, but I don't think that I've given you a juicy Queen of the Mountain setup. And I think that's reflective of the week that we've had. Just healthy consolidation. Bulls are not in control of the week. Bears have been, but they really haven't been in control either. It's just been healthy consolidation. And then the holiday, it's just a reminder on our holiday weeks, we need to remember to pump the brakes. Yesterday, holiday, what did we get? Inside bar, inside bar, inside bar. Awesome, David. Awesome. Hi, Angela. I'm so glad you're coming back, David. Hi, Don. Come join all your friends. We have how many friends? We have 1,029 of your closest friends in our Chart Guys community. We teach you how to fish. We don't necessarily give you the fish, even though we do point out setups that we like. Yeah, the market's been totally subdued. And I have been beating myself up last night and this morning thinking the setups just haven't been juicy. And I don't want y'all to get frustrated, but I also hope that y'all understand I can't always pull a rabbit out of the hat if they're not coming out loud and clear. Yeah, we have some high pre-market volume. Let me show you one of our names, not one of our names this morning, but a name that didn't make it. I want to show you RLX. So let me show you our scan and then you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so I post this every morning, the pre-market volume scan. So this morning, this was the first update. RLX 4.7 mil. Actually, it's the second update. So this was 14 minutes ago. So 14 minutes ago, this was the pre-market high volume scan of names $3 and above with a $250 million market cap, I think are my constraints. RLX is at the top of that scan. So I go look at RLX. RLX is a beautiful weekly EQ. 402. We broke this 413 by 11 cents, but that does not a bear break make. And so we have this EQ, but I can't give you this trade here. I have to be responsible. Lower low, lower high, higher low, lower high. Let's call this a double bottom at the $4 area. Well, now we're bouncing into the middle of this range. So between $4 and $6.47. We're at $5.33. So let's go look at that range. I just want to show y'all how things, my grandma would call it getting cold out, how things get cold out, where they don't make the cut. So 524, I hope y'all can see this. 524 is the 50% retrace between the high of October 18th and the low of the week of, this week, the low of this week and the high of October 18th. The 50% retrace is $5.24. We're opening up at $5.33. smack dab in the middle of this range. Now, let's say we were talking about NVDA and it had this type of range. I would tell you immediately, sell an iron condor. So we could do something with this setup with options, but with comments on a small name like this, what are we going to do with this? Nothing. So that's what I mean by lack of juicy setups. Let me show you another one. MQ. MQ is a crypto related name. Look at this volume, 4.2 million. Obviously they had some type of news. Okay, so MQ. They had crypto related news over here. So that's how I knew they were a crypto name. We're looking for a daily high or low, but they're like even now. They were popped up a little bit this morning. So they're popped up a little bit. Well, how can I tell you to go bullish on a crypto name because they're having some bullish news when Bitcoin is in a huge 15-minute downtrend? Huge. Hourly downtrend. I can't. So they cancel each other out. So I hope you can appreciate the names that I do bring you. That's because I've ruled out all of these other things that could be a fly in the ointment. And it's kind of tough. So, oh, yeah, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. So I hope you can appreciate how I find names. And the most important process I do in the morning are the names that I get rid of. It's kind of like when you're dating. The people that you dump, that you don't marry, that's sometimes the most important decisions that you make are the people that you dump, not the people that you actually stay with. Same thing with what I do every morning. That's some of the important decisions I make is what I don't bring you. So I hope you can appreciate it. I feel like we've had a wonderful week in the pregame show despite not having juicy setups. I felt like we've had a lot of education, a lot of bonding for sure. It's 8:30. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community, and we teach technical analysis. We have a swing report service that is amazing. I will start work on it this afternoon, and tomorrow we have a team of 5 that put together a 40-plus page document every weekend for swing traders. It gives you our stock picks. Got a few I'm excited about this weekend if they stay with the setup today. We have Trader Pro alerts for crypto. Crypto last night, and OMG, and I don't mean OMG like oh my god, but really oh my god. Oh my god. OMG had an airdrop last night, and we had an arbitrage opportunity between OMG spot and perp, the futures, and it was pretty cool. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you're interested, you can join the Chart Guys. So you have found yourself at the pregame show. I do this 5 days a week. I go over the indices, crypto, movers and shakers of the day, commodities. I say hi, I say bye, and we just kind of go over what's going on in the market. And here and there, I'll throw in a little education. So ES, we got an hourly EQ, but let's kind of zoom out and get the big picture. If you're interested in my chart setup, it's on the screen now. I'm going to take that off. I don't have a story of the day because as I started with, and I'll say it again, this was a holiday week. Had I known this past weekend that this was a holiday week, I may have changed my market wins video that I send out with a swing report. Even though so far we're accurate, I had expected some type of pullback, but I had expected a pop by yesterday. Well, yesterday was the Veterans Day, and again, thank you to all those who served. So we had a slow day. It was very slow. So we had a daily inside bar, no decision, or an indecision day where the bulls or bears didn't take over. And that's what I see. So let's go look at NASDAQ, inside bar. Now we're on the second inside bar day. RTY, inside bar. You know what wasn't an inside bar? Well, YM was an inside bar for the day, but we are losing the 4-hour uptrend on YM. So this is the only name that's losing this hourly and 4-hour, well, this hourly EQ. YM has lost it. So watch your Dow names, watch your industrials. So that's overall, that is the theme of the day, is we have daily inside bars. How these break is very, very important as to how we close the week. And it's just a reminder, holiday week. So this was a holiday week. Thanksgiving week can be a super tough week to trade. And for those of you that were in the room in 2017, 4 years ago, that Thanksgiving was one of the best trading weeks of my life. We traded Riot then. That's when blockchain was just getting hype. And we traded Riot, and it was one of the best trading weeks of my life. We have to go find the pockets of volatility. But overall, the market can get slow. I learned from, of course, Charting Man Dan, Charting Man Jason. I learned trading from them, but I also learned it from a couple other people. And there's this guy from Louisiana, and LeBlanc, and he taught me. He was a trader on the floor for years. He's been trading for 30 years. And he told me that on the holiday weeks, I shared with yesterday, but I didn't share the source. I just wanted you to know it's someone from the floor. And they said they leave the junior guys in charge, and junior guys are very scared to go short, or they just want to make sure they don't mess anything up so they don't go super bullish either, and it could just be a tame day. And just overall, let's say these main guys don't have junior guys and they just go on vacation. Overall volume drops down, no volume, lower volatility, yada yada. So that was a long-winded hello. So of our 4 indices, YM is breaking down. Will that be our canary? It doesn't weigh as heavy on RTY, NQ, and ES. So RTY is the most important for me. Let me draw a heart. This is the most important for me, how it resolves. Why? Because I have heavy marijuana exposure, and not to my person, to my portfolio. Y'all, it's Friday. I love y'all, but y'all got to understand, I got to let off a little steam here. So I don't mean to be too silly. So RTY 1419 is your resistance, then 2419, then 2431, support 2404 and 2378. On the hourly, we are attempting to regain that 50 MA and then get back up and over it. NQ, beautiful hourly EQ. You know what this tells me? This is so tight. This is pretty encouraging. This just hit me right then. This is getting so tight. Sometimes we like to measure the distance between the apex of the triangle and where we are. At what point would a decision have to be made? So I would say we're on the hourly, within within 2 hours, this has to make a decision to the upside or to the downside. So this is encouraging for incoming volatility. So what I mean is, I don't like to wait till middle day to the end of the day to find my lotto picks for the day or my trades for the day. I want to get it early for a Friday, get my day done and be done. So this tells me we're going to get a decision quickly. So I think we're going to have more morning action than mid-morning action. So let's see if that can ring true. But a perfect hourly EQ below what? The 50 MA. Hourly 50 MA. Got to get over it. ES hourly 4658, then 4661 are your resistances. Support 4643, 4642. Super tight. We're at the point. I'm not going to call this a pivot. That was not a bull break. I could argue that we're still within that EQ. So let's see how this resolves. We could have a fun morning. Aw, Jason, that's nice. Please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, please. Crypto, I appreciate your kind words. I really, really do. All right, so VIX, we are losing that support. We've been talking, let's go back and look at the daily. So we said this was a potential bear flag. Yahtzee, it is a bear flag, dang it. For those of you who question my TA prowess. Okay, I've got issues. 1722 is your support that we've broken, so that is pretty good. That points into a potential bull break. Do you see how this is the canary for how this should potentially break to the bull side? So ES is still within the EQ. VIX is not. We've broken bear. So it could be a falling wedge. We need to stay on our toes, but it's a little bit more encouraging for market bulls. US 10-year. US 10-year, we have this 1 hour EQ. This was not a pivot in my opinion. Remember, I played basketball. So we need reverse, 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 like real pivots where you change direction. So I'm still calling this an hourly EQ. This is important. This is so important. I'm going to set an alert. And I'm going to make sure it actually breaks bear. So breaking bear would be below 1.558. So I put my alert at 1.556. I need this to break to the downside. We need the US 10-year bonds to chill out so the market can go up. If this were to break bull and save that 1.558 for a double bottom and then break bull, that would be pretty bearish for QQQ. I would be putting odds on QQQ breaking that inside bar to the downside. Bitcoin. All right. Bitcoin, we're holding the 62,800, but at this point, I would say it's not constructive. So if you're a Swing Report member, y'all know I like that word, constructive. So when we're building a house, let me go to the almighty black screen. When we're building a house, this is constructive. Higher highs, higher lows, shallow pullbacks, and don't give me no head and shoulders. That's not constructive, okay? So this is constructive. This is not constructive. We go make a lower low, lower high, higher low, and then this isn't constructive. This isn't building the floor of a solid structure. If you walked into a building that had a floor like this, you would be wonky and probably fall over. Building like this, everything is balanced, lots of balance. That's constructive. When you have this type of rounded top, this is not constructive. This is a bearish formation. So this is the H pattern. It's not very frequently used, but that's this is when the bears don't give a darn. Even the bears don't care that much. The bulls don't care, and even the bears don't. They're like, we're just going to slowly take this down. We're not even in a hurry. It's so easy. We're just going to do it slowly. So versus a true bear flag dog leg and then roll over. So this is pretty bearish on Bitcoin. The EMAs have it. They're just pushing price to the downside. 62,800 is your key support, and then key resistance is 65477 and 65,600. Ethereum is a little more constructive. You see that? Also, I have to call it out. Look at this. I didn't see this, or I would have shorted Ethereum earlier. Do you see this diamond pattern? So a diamond pattern is when you get that higher high and then a pretty deep pullback, higher low, higher high, deep pullback, and then it's kind of like, oh, this is the Bart Simpson. That's what a lot of people in crypto call this, the Bart Simpson. And it's sometimes you get a lower low, higher high, lower low, and it gets real wonky, and then you've got a diamond pattern. It's something like this. So that's what's happening right now with Ethereum. In case you wanted to know the pattern, it is a little more constructive. Why? Because this bounce gave enough room for a higher low. Bitcoin, they didn't even give room for Jesus in between the dancing. Did y'all ever get told that with slow dancing? Leave space for Jesus in between you? Like, they didn't even leave space for Jesus. They're just rolling this over, where Ethereum has given space for a higher low. Gold. 1845. Okay, we're still within this 4-hour EQ. I feel like when I say something so country that I gotta sound intelligent the next point that I make, where y'all are like, we're leaving. This girl is not very bright. Okay, so 1868, 70, and 1870 are your resistances. Gold, okay, I'm gonna use my favorite word again. This is super, super constructive with gold. On a monthly chart, you have your squeeze, you're holding your 50 RSI. We had a little bobble. We're saving it. This is beautiful. Super, super beautiful. Have you ever been told that, MG? Leave space for Jesus? Okay. Gold broke my heart this week. But you know what? This is just a beautiful thing right now, what I'm looking at. This just shows me that I'm not, which obviously I know that I'm not a bad trader, but I've been really beating myself up about oil because I got stopped out here, I got stopped out here, I got stopped out here for shorts, and I was a day early every time. Why, my mom would always say better be a day early than a day late, so I guess that's true too. But this is an awful chart. Look at this. I forgive myself right now, right here. It's cathartic for me to have this show. I'm forgiving myself. There ain't nothing constructive about this pattern. This is the we gonna muck you up pattern, because it did. It really hurt me. It hurt my ego. It didn't hurt my bank account as much as it hurt my ego. And there's no place for ego. 79.78, 79.80, 78.96, and 79.78. That wasn't even close, Lori. And then 78.25, resistance 82.33. Is there an inside bar on a higher time frame? Yeah, okay. So if you are in the TCG room, you know that I tell you every time with this month, when we have an inside bar and you zoom in and it looks like a drunk girl walking home from the bar with a broken heel, then you know you can zoom out and find that inside bar on a higher time frame. And there it is, monthly inside bar. That's why it's been causing me so much distress. All right, Nat Gas. And then we have 17 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's chart guy Jason, maybe Lamont going live in TCG room in 17 minutes. Okay, I'm going to really use my personal technical analysis license, I guess. This broke to a lower low, but man, they recovered fast. I'm not calling it a double bottom, but I'm just saying that this bull flag on the monthly is very much alive, the bull flag potential with this tiny lower low and bulls buying the dip. I'm long Nat Gas. I've been long Nat Gas. I sold yesterday at 514, half of it, and I added back some this morning. 496 is your support, 490 resistance, 514 and 517. Apple. Okay. That is very disturbing. Okay, I'm not even going to say that. All right, Apple. And this one's been haunting me too. We've talked about it almost every day, haven't we? Okay, so I just want to point out, we're holding the weekly 8 EMA. We're in a weekly EQ. No harm, no foul so far in Apple. It has felt foul, but only because it's been going sideways. So we had a daily inside bar, we broke down, now we're sitting on the daily 50 MA. I ignore these wicks when we open up, when the brokers open, so we're just getting super tight. Let me try this again with the levels. We're getting super tight with Apple. So if I would be watching QQQ and Apple, if QQQ breaks bear from the daily inside bar, then I would go look to short Apple. If QQQ breaks bullish from the inside bar, then I'd go look to go long Apple. And vice versa. What you want, what you really want, what you really, really want. There's a song, I don't know. Apple. If Apple can break up or down, let's give me a different level. Let's see. If Apple can break up or down, let's say get over 148.66 to the bullish side or break below 147.68 before QQQ breaks bull or bear, that would be one heck of a heads up. So we got a daily inside bar on QQQ. I have a somewhat bearish lean. We can't get over the 8 EMA, but Apple may give us the clue of the day depending on how. If Apple can break down or up first, then run over to QQQ, and if it's still inside that inside bar, then I would place a trade going in the same direction as the Apple break. Okay, that was literally the most important sentence I've said all morning. I've talked to you for 20 minutes. Everything else before that was just garbage, but that was some gold. ACHR, this is for my man Timber, TCG long-time member and my friend. He asked me to go over ACHR. We've been doing AEHR too, right? So earnings reaction, daily high or low, bottom fish potential, high risk of getting stopped out. I wanted to point out this gap to you, Timber, 577. Right here we have a gap that hasn't been filled. 580, it almost did it yesterday by 3 cents, but considering we're kind of down there this morning, I would like for it to fill it during regular trading hours. And then yes, 577 would be your bottom fish level. You have a high risk of getting stopped out. So let's say, let me go to it's Friday. I'm not even gonna look at the time. Who cares, right? We're just hanging out with friends. So let's say these type bottom fish, where you're bottom fishing a downtrend, that you get stopped out 70% of the time and 30% it works. On that 30%, if you can get a 1 to 3 risk reward, where you may risk $1 to make $3, you will still make money as long as you let some of your profits run to that 3 reward. You will still come out ahead. So if you get stopped out 70% of the time on setups like this, you will still turn out profitable on the other 30%. if you trade it correctly, scale out and then leave a runner on. I hope that makes sense. So yes, it's a viable bottom fish. I'm saying yes to that. I'm saying yes to the dress. I'm saying yes to ACHR. So yes, it's a logical bottom fish as long as the gap at 577 gets filled, high risk of getting stopped out. And if you don't get stopped out, I expect you to report back on how you got at least a 1 to 3 risk reward. CGC. Daily inside bar with MJ momentum. Okay, it has nice volume in the pre-market, but the bulls want to see it get over this daily 50 MA and get over 1433. And with marijuana, and any stock for that matter, but especially marijuana, don't forget these levels right before 1407. 1407, of course, is before this 1433. 1407, 1410, that could serve as a resistance level before we even get to the 1433. So don't forget that. We're in a daily squeeze. Marijuana is lighting up. Yeah, I did it. Okay, this one was another juicy setup, broke the trend line and did nothing, which is why I'm not a friend of trend lines. So we have a daily inside bar, and we're still tight as heck. 4-hour squeeze. Hourly squeeze, got to get over 1823 for a bull break. Key support 1805 and 1803. So here are your levels. 1803 support, 1823 resistance. As long as we bang a ring within that, you're not going to get a lot of action. We got to break above or below to get some action. Again, these names are juicy setups and they're not following through because we just don't have momentum behind us. See, Facebook. Hey, can y'all hit the like button, please? Please, please. Okay, Facebook hourly squeeze equilibrium. So I do this a lot, and I need to start showing y'all my trading process even more because I understand that TA is actually the easier thing to learn, is setting up a process on how to trade. So I was doing this yesterday. Like spelling it out for my blonde self. Short here. And then I would say long here. And I was even going as far to say, and I would put these notes all over my chart while price was playing out. 5-minute trend change to downside yet. And then I would just move it around to wherever price was. Do y'all see that? And if this helps somebody, great. And if y'all say that is ridiculous, you shouldn't have to write your notes to your grown woman. Well, maybe this grown woman needs some what do you call that? Training wheels. I like writing notes to myself saying, look here and here. On Tesla, did that work perfectly yesterday? I didn't clear off. I did clear off my marks, but I told y'all yesterday I was looking at shorting 1120 and looking at support in the 1060 area, and it worked out perfectly. We still stayed within that area, and by the way, Elon is still selling, so let's just go ahead and finish Tesla now, and then I'll go back to where I was. Elon could still sell more shares, selling pressure looking short with 987 as a downside target. This is my queen of the mountain. This is one of my top focuses this morning is shorting Tesla. Did I go over Facebook? Okay, yeah. Johnson & Johnson. Okay, so this is kind of like the GE news earlier this week. Was that Wednesday, y'all? It's been a long week. Where GE said they're going to divide up into divisions and that everything was bullish. And then the S&P warned against investing in GE because of this new material change. Well, Johnson & Johnson is dividing up and they're rolling out one of their divisions out of their umbrella. And it's being interpreted bullishly. And the S&P has not made a warning yet. So right now it's a bullish development, high of low bar and stair step potential setup. I don't like this trade setup at all, but it's a viable one for someone who likes day trading volatility. And this is one of those better ones for newer traders because it moves slower. It doesn't have the high beta that I like to see in my options trades, so it's not for me, but you could get some nice EQs out of that. I'm ignoring this wick on JPM. Hourly squeeze, tight range, ignoring this after hour spike. Look at that squeeze. And XLF is set up a little bit more bullishly today than others. Look at this squeeze on XLF. So we need to get over 40.20. We have a double top right there. One more try with your mouse deficiency. And 39.85, let's call that support. So we're still stuck within that range. So if XLF, so same thing as Apple QQQ. Okay, here's the second most important sentence. If JPM breaks bull and XLF is still within the EQ, you could possibly have a bull trade to XLF and vice versa. If XLF breaks bull and JPM hasn't yet, you may get a bullish trade on JPM. So these are two correlation trades that are Queen of the Mountain trades for me. This is set up really well. We love it when it's this super tight, and we could probably do a trend line. We could probably do all kinds of things, but just know that this is tight, and let's see if we can get a trade out of it. MSOS 31.58 is key resistance. We need that IWM tailwind. RTY is IWM. We need that daily inside bar to break bull. And let's see if marijuana will pull IWM up or vice versa. Support 30.10. And then we really like support until the low of day yesterday. And TCG, man, we are, so I'm not saying we're a marijuana room, but we do have the best technical analyst in the world who specializes in MJ in our room, Dan. And we have a vibrant marijuana channel that just these people know their weed stocks and psychedelics. Resistance 305.90, support 2977. I can't believe I'm saying this. I love this bullish name, but give me a spike up to 306 so I can short it. It got a downgrade today. It has a daily inside bar, top fish setup, Queen of the Mountain. And be careful and be wrong fast. Remember, do stupid stuff faster. So when you don't have a head and shoulders because it breaks lower, again, that has that diamond shape every time. So this does have a bearish reversal pattern on that 4 hour on NVIDIA. QQQ, daily inside bar, hourly EMAs overhead. We're holding, and we're 50 RSI overhead. I have a bearish lean right there, still stopping price. Queen of the Mountain. If we bounce up into 392.81, that's a short opportunity. If we come down to 390.24, that's a long opportunity. If we break below, you're wrong, and I would flip to the short side and vice versa. Riot, looking short. I'm not short by any means, but I'm looking short on Riot. 40.71 is your resistance. Please bounce into that area so I can look short because crypto had a very weak overnight. Top fish setup. Queen of the Mountain, Roku. Hey, this one's tough. I am waiting for Roku to turn around. Yes, I'm growing very old, waiting for Roku to turn around, and it still has this pop, lock, and drop it phenomenon on most days. Here, it wasn't as clear of a pop, but yesterday it was pop, lock, and drop it. Who's been playing this? I've been saying this for months. Whoever's doing this is making a mint. It should be me. But on any pop to 37526, it could be a top fish. A pop to 3779 could be a top fish. If we can get through those areas, then it may be a short squeeze. Who knows? But I would short pops on Roku until it can change its tune. Sundial, share buyback program, earnings, bullish response, Reddit hype, dollar resistance. Then over a dollar resistance is $1.06. Be careful. Don't just think, oh, it's a cheap name, I'm gonna make a fortune. No, you're gonna lose all your money. Careful, careful, careful. Tilray, lots of Reddit hype. 1271 resistance, 1140 support. Let me give you another support. This could get some bullish Momo today with all this Reddit talk. We ended the day with a 15-minute squeeze, and boy, are we squeezing. And 5-minute back burner on all these bull moves. And Tesla, Queen of the Mountain, I went over it. I am short Tesla. Let's look at Roblox. Roblox, huge earnings reaction, daily inside bar, double bottom at 93.03, 93.02 resistance. 141, you got a big old gap below here at 79.02, but right now bulls have overall momentum. Let's see what they can do with it today. Support 96.50, then 93.03. One more. Oh snap. Y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I don't like this chart. I was looking short this chart. I don't like that candle. That's an ugly candle. My mama don't like you. I don't like you. Like, nobody likes you. That type of upper wick with the 8 EMA smacking it in the head. Not good. I would short 53.69 or any levels up here on a pop. But that's just me. Okay, last one. Manna is manna from heaven is what I call it. I love it. We had a great night. We kissed, we hugged. Hourly candles giving a little bit too much back. 4-hour candle getting upper wick of profit taking. Daily, we are not extended yet. That's important to note. It felt like it was a huge move overnight, but we did not break 350. We're not extended on the daily yet. I would wait for 317 area for a test back to the 8 or 12 EMA for any type of ads. Wait for it to pull back a little bit, in my opinion. If you have a long, I'd stay in long as the hourly EMAs are below me, and that's my spirit guide. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, bring a friend or two next week. I will work hard this weekend to find you even more setups and queen and king of the mountain. I appreciate y'all. And just remember, if you feel bad today, I'm not going to play this sound. Don't have a heart attack, Jason. This is my favorite video of all time, by the way. Of all time. This is it. Cosmo the Cougar. Just think, you could have studied dancing for 20 years. Look at this girl behind him. Oh, wait, you can't see her. Look at her. Look, look, look. She studied dancing. Well, let's just be honest. Probably 17 years of her life. Tried out. Practices 30 hours a week. And she's stuck behind a cougar. You could be her. And you're not. So y'all go have a good day. But first, listen to this video. Turn it on and turn the music on after we're done. Two-Face Rolly.